probably just saw some pictures of this truck when we picked it up about a year ago now, almost to the year and 3 days now. Picked it up December of 22. 1957 Dodge D400. Kind of a rare truck. 1 year front end. I've been looking for this truck for probably 10 years or more, doing a dedication project to my dad. This particular truck got some rust, you know. As you can see, the hood is probably honestly beyond repair. This particular truck has a 315 polyspheric V8 engine. It's a 2-year engine. They used it in 57 and 58 in the Dodge trucks. Kind of got some goofy looking valve covers. Different heads, cranks, slugs. This could be the 331, a legit small block Hemi engine. Believe it or not, the intake and the carburetor can be used on a Hemi. Be a little anemic because this is only a 2-barrel. This particular truck has a NP 541 5-speed transmission. Got some pretty deep gears in it. First gear is like 741 to 1, paired with a 632 final drive in the rear end. Yeah, we ran the numbers a while back. It was, holy crap, those are some tall numbers. I don't know if the camera's going to show it real well. Truck has no shock absorbers. It's all leaf sprung. Shocks were an option in the 50s, and the guy that bought this truck and ordered it, yeah, he didn't order those. So I can only imagine how rough this thing would have ridden. We've got plans for a complete air ride suspension, front and rear. No, it's not going to be bagged out and laying on the ground. It's going to look, going down the road, it's going to look to be fairly stock height, stock size tires, which measure out at almost 37 inches tall. Yeah, it's a tall rubber. Drum brakes all around. It's going to stay that way. This is not going to be a highway cruiser. This is going to be a weekend runner, going to the shows, kind of a going to town car. You know, something. Take it into town on the weekends. Go get some ice cream. Maybe run to the hardware store. So we've got a couple of different rims here. This is what came on the truck. Some of y'all might recognize these. Split rim, split ring. They're dangerous. Nobody will touch them. Plus you have to run a wheel liner. You have to run an inner tube. You got to run a big old 10-ply tire minimum. And I just don't want to mess with those. So stepping up to these 22.5 rims, tires will be easier to get a hold of, and they're tubeless, so I don't have to worry about canister, which is actually the brake booster. You got the booster here with a master cylinder, and then all the way forward underneath the driver's feet is where the pedal and the actual hydraulic master cylinder sits. And we still have to figure out how this works. And I still don't know how this whole system works. I got to do some more research on it. It's going to be interesting. You can see the rear tires here. We've already kind of cut them up. Those are the original. When I got this home, the tires had some air in them, but seeing as how they were split ring or split rims, we drilled holes and everything to get all the air out of them because, well, didn't trust them. Didn't want to find out the hard way that they come apart in a violent manner. The rear differentials over here, it's a removable third member. Just like a 9-inch or a 9-inch Ford or even a 8 3/4 Dodge. This is neither of those. This is what is called a Timken Detroit axle. And then it's also got a removable cover. So I'm probably just going to keep it as a single rear axle. Just, I don't want to deal with the nightmare of putting a second axle in here and trying to get the parts to make that work. I just don't want to deal with that. We're going to eliminate the leaf springs. It's going to get a set of trailing arms with airbags, probably off of a medium duty truck, almost like dump truck or small semi, something, you know, that'll be more than enough for this chassis, but will produce a much smoother, more pleasant ride. As you can see, the back of the cab, it's got some rust in the bottom, which is easily fixable. Just, you know, it's going to get some love and attention. It's going to take a little while. This isn't going to be something that's going to be done in a couple of months. With the amount of money I got to put into this and time, it's going to be a long project. So you'll see other videos intertwined between this and that. The truck will eventually have a nice long flatbed, a custom flatbed that we're going to make, steel and wood. It's going to be, let's just say it's going to be almost a moonshine special. I got some kin that was run out of the Carolinas pre-prohibition for making moonshine liquor. The revenuers done run them out for making illegal liquor. Turns out that the region of the Carolinas that we are in were the top producer of moonshine liquor pre and during the Prohibition era. So you'll see what we're going to do with that. I'm going to make it look cool. I got a lot of ideas that are going to make this a one-of-a-kind, cool truck that will be noticeable. You'll see it at car shows eventually. Currently, the truck is kind of a white and orange, rusty color. Eventually, it's going to be all black. The only non-black on this truck is going to be white wheels. I'm going to have the wheels powder coated, and then maybe chrome stacks on it. I haven't decided yet. Okay, interior. As you can see, it's been torn apart and it's rather sparse. Old man power steering. This truck did not have power steering. Big old 5-speed transmission. If you look down, you can actually see the pinion brake. That is where the parking brake is on these trucks. It is not built into the rear end. It's full mechanical. Seat, old wore out bench seat, original to the truck. The truck is 100% original to the best of my knowledge. You see the floors are pretty well rotten. It's shot. The dash, it's pretty much a mirror image, driver to passenger side. This truck was sold in England and Australia as a Fargo in a right-hand drive conversion, a right-hand drive version of it. Toying with the idea of maybe making, doing something like that just for, why not? Maybe, haven't decided. It's kind of, what y'all think about this? Tell me what you think, what you do with it, you throw us something in the comments, seeing something like this in a right-hand drive, But other than that, it's a very basic, no stereo. It does have heat, does not have air conditioning. That's why it has windows. Which all the glass does need to be replaced. All the interior door cards, all the plastic, everything needs to be replaced. As well as the floors, as they're very well rotten. But basic truck, think that should probably just about cover us for now.